Hi ladies, I'm just going to go over MLA formatting with you now that you have seen Purdue OWL MLA website. The first thing you want to do is set your default settings. This is going to help you in the future so that you don't have to constantly keep adjusting the font and the paragraph settings. So to begin, look over here at the font box and notice how it says Calibri and 11-point font. As you know, MLA formatting dictates that you have to have it in Times New Roman and size 12 font. So to set my default settings so I never have to keep adjusting this, I'm going to hit this font box, down arrow here, or you can hit Control D as it is indicated on the screen. Once you click on the box, look at this font here, start typing Times New Roman and select that. Before you hit OK, make sure that you also come over here to size and hit 12. And then before you do anything else, please look down here where it says Set as Default. Click on that, and then select all documents based on the normal template. Once you have done that, go ahead and hit OK. Now you'll notice that my font is in Times New Roman size 12, and it will be like that every time I open a document. For paragraph, same basic principles apply. Go ahead and hit that down arrow in the paragraph box. And remember that for MLA, we need everything in double spacing. Some of the formatting here is tricky, so please pay careful attention to my mouse movements. I want to look at before and after, and notice how these are not both at 0. Go ahead and set after to 0, or by moving the down and up arrows here. Then looking over at line spacing, I want to select double and click this box that says don't add space between paragraphs of the same styles. Come on down to set as default. Again, all documents based on the normal template, and hit OK. So now we're ready to go for our MLA settings. Double checking that everything is in the correct font and paragraph spacing. The first thing you do on an MLA document is write your name. So I'm going to go ahead and write Betty Smith. Notice how it is automatically in Times New Roman font 12. When I hit enter, it's automatically in double spaced. Then the next thing you write in an MLA heading is the name of the teacher for that class. So for my class, you can go ahead and write my name and then hit enter. The third thing in your heading is the class title. And for us, that's English 1. Notice how English 1 is indicated not by a number, but by a Roman numeral 1 or a capital I on your keyboard. Then hit the period button to indicate a period number. And let's do period 7. You will obviously put your own period number there, and that lets me know exactly what class and section you are in. Hit enter again, and the next line is your date. So today is September 13th, so I'm going to write 13 September 2019. There's no abbreviation, and there's no extra punctuation needed. This is also, if you notice, the same way that I write the date on the board in my classroom if you ever get confused. Now let's move on to the title of our documents. You're going to hit enter once, and then go on to up here on the paragraph settings and select the center alignment, or you can hit Control E as it indicates. This is the only way that we are going to differentiate a title from the rest of our document. So what I mean by that is please do not bold, italicize, underline, or change the font of your titles. You will simply just write out the creative title that you have selected for your short write, essay, anything. Don't forget that you should capitalize everything in a title except for articles. The next thing you do after your title is hit enter, and it is still in that center alignment. So what I need to do before I start writing to show that I'm moving into my body is go to left alignment and then hit tab, and that will create 10 spaces for me. And this will show me that my paragraph is starting. When you keep adding text, I'm just going to play with the la la la. And notice it goes on to the second line, showing me that this is the start of the paragraph and this is going to be the rest of it. Like there is a paragraph there. And then I'm ready for my second paragraph, which I need to indicate is starting by hitting tab again. The second paragraph. Again, I'll just keep writing and then it will show up as this indented part here. You do not need an extra space between your two paragraphs. The only thing that shows me there are multiple paragraphs is this indent here. Okay, now let's say you're writing a lot and it goes on to the next page. So once it goes on to the next page, we're going to need to start counting by adding a header. So this is your heading, your title, and this is your body paragraphs indicated by the indents. When you are ready to make a header, bring your cursor up to the top of the document in the margins there and double tap onto the top of the page. You can double click by double tapping your touchpad if you're on a laptop or double clicking your left mouse button if you're on a normal computer. Then you're going to come over here where when this bar appears, you're going to come over here to page number, select top of page by hovering over it, come down to the third page number. It's really important that you select page number and not header because page number will automatically count for you as your document progresses in numbers of pages. Once the number 1 appears there, and look how it's automatically in Times New Roman because you've set your default settings, go ahead and write your name and then hit space. Once you have your name and the number 1, you can click out of it by clicking down into the body of your document. It will be in the gray font color while you are working on your document to show you that it won't interfere with your actual writing down here. When you do print it, it will appear black. And now you can scroll down to your second page and notice how the page number is counting by itself. So you don't have to worry about that. The pages will not count by itself if you select header. So again, really important that you don't hit header and you do hit page number. Okay, those are the basics for an MLA document. We are going to go over works cited pages in class, but this should get you started on writing for your first writing assignment in English. Thank you.